Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss important questions on photosynthesis, right? For NEET aspirants and other competitive examination. During the process of photosynthesis, the raw materials used are glucose, starch, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. Correct option is carbon dioxide and water. Products of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide and food material, carbon dioxide and oxygen, carbohydrates and oxygen, formaldehyde. Correct option is carbohydrates and oxygen. Conditions necessary for photosynthesis are light and suitable temperature, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and water, all the above. Option all the above. Oxygen evolved during photosynthesis comes from water, carbon dioxide, atmosphere, soil. It is from water. Usually the process of photosynthesis is slower than respiration, faster than respiration, equal to respiration. Any of the above is possible. Any of the above is possible. What is the first stable intermediate product of photosynthesis? Glucose, phosphoglyceric acid, formaldehyde, phosphoglyceraldehyde. Correct option is formaldehyde. The remarkable feature of photosynthesis is light energy is converted into chemical energy, formation of sugars from formaldehyde, formation of chlorophyll from inorganic salts, oxidation of chlorophyll. Correct option is light energy is converted into chemical energy. The next one, splitting of water in photosynthesis is called dark reaction, electron transfer, photolysis, phototropism. Correct option is photolysis. All the reactions from the reduction of CO2 to the formation of sugar are included in light reaction, dark reaction, photolysis, Hill reaction. Correct option is dark reaction. Light is important during photosynthesis because it produces hydrogen, oxygen and sugar, sugar, oxygen and ATP, hydrogen donor O2 and ATP, oxygen donor S2 and A. Correct option is hydrogen donor O2 and ATP. The chief constituents of Hill reactions are ATP and NADPS2 in chloroplast, ATP and NADPS2 in mitochondria, only oxygen, a reduced substance and oxygen in chloroplast. Correct option A, ATP and NADPS2 in chloroplast. ADP plus IP inorganic phosphate, ATP in a grana is called photophosphorylation, oxidative photophosphorylation, photolysis, photophosphorylation. Correct option is C, photophosphorylation. Process of photophosphorylation was first given by Hill, Ordnan, Wilstatter and Stoll, Park and Wiggins. It is by Hill. Photosynthesis is more in orange light, green light, yellow light, red light. It is in red light. Name the scientist who first pointed out that plants purify foul air. Wilstatter, Priestley, Robert Hooke, Zinn. It is Zinn. Solarization is a process in which sugar are formed with the help of solar energy. Chlorophyll is formed, destruction of chlorophyll, and ultimate death of living energy, mobilization of light. The correct option is mobilization of light energy. Photosynthesis is maximum during continuous weak light, continuous strong light, intermittent light, none of the correct option is intermittent light. What is the correct percentage of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere? 0.03%, 0.3%, 1%, 10 to 30. It is 0.03%. Higher concentration of CO2 have no effect on photosynthesis, good effect on photosynthesis, inhibitory effect on photosynthesis, inhibitory effect on photosynthesis. Of the total amount of water absorbed by the plants, its actual percentage used during photosynthesis 50%, 90%, 25%, it is hardly 1%. Rate of photosynthesis increases by absorbing more water, decreases by absorbing more water, remains as such by the absorption of water. It may both increase and decrease. Correct option remains as such by the absorption of water. It is only the green part of the plant which takes part in respiration, transpiration, osmosis, it is photosynthesis. In very young leaf, photosynthesis does not start immediately after the appearance of chlorophyll but slightly afterward. This is often called unknown factor, protoplasmic factor, enzymatic factor, all the three. Accumulation of food in assimilatory cells results in increase in the rate of photosynthesis, no effect, decrease in the rate of photosynthesis, may increase or decrease. It is decrease in the rate of photosynthesis. Moll's experiment explains that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis, chlorophyll and water are necessary for photosynthesis, light and water are essential for photosynthesis. All the above mentioned are correct. Correct option first, Carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. The chemical composition of pigments, chlorophyll, and carotenoids for the first time was given by Willstatter and Stahl, Robert Mayer and Anderson Senevier. It is Willstatter and Stahl. Which color of light gives maximum absorption peak by chlorophyll? A. Blue light, green light, violet light, red light. Correct option is blue light. That the volume of CO2 absorbed and oxygen liberated during photosynthesis is equal was demonstrated by Robert Mayer, Calvin, Boussingault, Arnold. It is by the Boussingault. That oxygen during photosynthesis comes from water was proved by Kamen and Rubin, Warburg, Hill, Blackman. It is by Hill. Conversion of light energy into chemical energy within the plant body was first stated by Mayer and Anderson, Calvin, Willstatter and Stahl, Robert Mayer. What will happen to the rate of photosynthesis if sodium bicarbonate is added in the water having Hadilla plant in a beaker? It will be retarded, it will remain normal. None of the above statement is correct. It will be accelerated, right? Which of the following has excited molecules during photosynthesis? Chlorophyll, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water. Correct option is chlorophyll. The principle of limiting factor was given by Hill, Willstatter and Stahl, F.F. Blackman, Calvin. It is F.F. Blackman. Name the scientist who pointed out the importance of different wavelengths of light using a green alga and aerobic bacteria. Priestley, K.V. Thymin, Ingenhousz, Engelmann. In the above diagram, first is photosynthesis, second is respiration, B is carbohydrates only. First is respiration, second is photosynthesis, B is carbohydrates only. First is photosynthesis, second is respiration, B are CO2 and H2. First is respiration, second is photosynthesis, and B are carbohydrates and oxygen. Last D is correct. A granulochloroplast are found in mesophyll of pea leaves, mesophyll of maize leaves, bundle sheath cells of mango leaves, bundle sheath cells of sugarcane. It is bundle sheath cells of sugarcane leaf. The light phase of photosynthesis is not affected by light, temperature, water, chlorophyll. It is the water. The gas released in photosynthesis is pure CO2, mainly CO2, pure O2, mainly O2. It is pure O2. Chloroplasts contain maximum quantity of RUBP, carboxylase, hexokinase, pyruvic carboxylase, none of the above. It is none of the above. The dry weight of a green leaf will be greater in the morning, same throughout the day, none of the above, it is greater in afternoon. The first electron carrier molecule in the chain from P700 to NADP is believed to be an iron protein, iron magnesium protein, iron sulfur protein, iron copper protein. It is iron sulfur protein. Photosynthetic bacteria do not contain photosystem 1, photosystem 2, mesosome, photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 both. It is photosystem 2nd. Next, DCMU, also called diuron, a potent herbicide, stops oxygen evolution, non-cyclic photophosphorylation, oxidative photophosphorylation, A and B both. It is oxygen evolution is the correct option. Chlorella alga is grown in unlabeled CO2, the light is turned off and C14O2 is added. The distribution of C14 under changes from light to dark is studied. There was a marked increase in compound A and decrease in compound B. A is PGA, B is DHAP, A is PGAL, B is PGA, A is RUBP and B is PGA, A is PGA and B is revolution by phosphate. Option C is correct. A is PGA and B is revolution by phosphate. DCMU kills plants by inhibiting respiration, inhibiting pigment system. Second, inhibiting pigment system. One, inhibiting dark reaction. It is inhibiting pigment system. Second, high CO2 composition point is found in C2 plants, C4 plants, C3 plant, alpine. It is in C3 plants. Bacterial photosynthesis takes place in ultraviolet rays, red rays, blue rays, infrared. It takes place in infrared rays. Which isotope of carbon has been used in photosynthetic studies? C13, C12, C14, C16. It is C14. Q10 means respiratory quotient, temperature quotient, both of the above photosynthetic quotient. It is temperature quotient. Which quotient Which is not limiting factor in photosynthesis? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, light. It is oxygen. What is the first step in photosynthesis? ATP formation, ionization of water, excitation of electron of chlorophyll by photons of light, reaction of CO2 with a pentose sugar. It is excitation of electron of chlorophyll by photons of light. Who were awarded Nobel Prize for research in green plants? Calvin and Borlaug, Fleming and Weizmann, Watson and Crick, Beadle and Totem. It is Calvin and Borlaug. In the initial fixation of CO2 in C4 plants, carbon dioxide reacts with PGA, carbon dioxide reacts with PEPA, carbon dioxide reacts with ribulose biphosphate, carbon dioxide reacts with ribulose monophosphate. Correct option, carbon dioxide reacts with ribulose biphosphate. In photosynthesis, PGAL is formed from PGA by the process of oxidation, photolysis, reduction, excitation. It is reduction. Immersion enhancement proves that there are two photochemical reactions in light reaction. There are light and dark reaction in photosynthesis, photophosphorylation, photorespiration. Correct option is A. There are two photochemical reactions in light reaction. 90% of total photosynthesis in the world is carried out by shrubs, trees, grasses, and algae. It is by algae. First product of photosynthesis is ribulose biphosphate, OAA, PGA, PHAL. Correct option is PGA. In C4 plants, initial CO2 fixation takes place in which chloroplast? Palisade tissue of chloroplast, spongy mesophyll chloroplast, bundle sheath chloroplast, guard cells chloroplast. It is spongy mesophyll chloroplast. That in photosynthesis there are two pigments systems and two photo systems was discovered by Hill, Emerson, Blackman, Arnon. It is immersion, which is required as a raw material in photosynthesis in addition to water, CO2, O2, NAD, mineral element. It is CO2. What happens in photosystem? Second, photolysis of water, carbon dioxide reduction, CO2 fixation, all of that. It is photolysis of water. In experiments for demonstration of photosynthesis, it is usually aquatic plant, hydrilla, but not an terrestrial plant that is selected. Why? It carries out faster photosynthesis. Oxygen released through cut end can accumulate over the water. It carries respiration slowly. It does not show respiration. Correct option, oxygen released through cut end can accumulate over the water. Which function has hydrogen donor in bacterial photosynthesis? H2O, H2SO4, H2S, and H4. It is H2S. Crane's anatomy is found in C2 plants, C4 plants, C3 plants, succulent. It is in C4 plants. According to von Hellman, food is synthesized by air, soil, S2 and air, S2O. It is by H2O. Immersion found red drop in wavelength 660 nanometers, 670, 680, 680 to it is 680 to 700 nanometer. In cyclic photophosphorylation, PS1 donates electrons to plastoquinone, plastocyanin, NADP, cytochrome B6. It is to NADP. Light reaction of photosynthesis form carbohydrates, ATP, NADP, and O2, NADP, H2, O2, and AP. It is NADP, H2, O2, and AP. Who discovered photophosphorylation? Blackman, Arnon, Hill, Cadman. Correct option is Arnon. Next, which elements are essential for photolysis of water? MgNP, zinc and iodine, manganese and chlorine, calcium and chlorine. It is manganese and chlorine. Which is the acceptor of CO2 in Calvin cycle? Ribulose biphosphate, ribulose monophosphate, PGA, PEA. It is ribulose biphosphate. In dark reaction of photosynthesis, which is synthesized? O2, ATP, NADPS2, PGA. It is PGA. Thylakoids were separated from chloroplast and cultured in a medium containing CO2, H2O, and light was provided. No sugars were formed by carbon dioxide fixation cannot occur in light. Carbon dioxide fixation enzymes are absent. PS1 and PS2 do not work together. None of the above. It is none of the above is correct. If concentration of CO2 is 300 ppm, all plants will die. Plants will show stunted growth. None of the above is correct. Plants will grow well. It is plants will grow well. In PS1, energy is stored in P680, P700, P660, P760. It is P700. Classical experiments to prove essentiality of CO2 for photosynthesis can given by 1 mole or none Calvin metal Hill. It is by 1 mole. Ratio of photosynthesis and respiration is approximately 1 raised to 2, 50 raised to 1, 10 raised to 1, 2. It is 10 raised to 1. Some anaerobic bacteria accumulate near green algae in portions exposed to red light. This is because best photosynthesis takes place in red region. The attraction of bacteria in red region is due to growth regulators, carbon dioxide, oxygen, none of that. It is oxygen. Which plant is better photosynthesizer? Mango, wheat, sugarcane, rice. It is sugarcane. How will the rate of photosynthesis will be affected by removing half of the total leaves of hydrilla? Rate will be less than total photosynthesis will also be less. Rate will be less than total photosynthesis will be high. Rate will be high and total photosynthesis will be less. Rate will be high and total photosynthesis will also be high. Correct option is C. Rate will be high and total photosynthesis will be less. I hope everything is clear. Any doubt anywhere, you can ask me in the comment. Again, we will meet in the next video with more questions on the important topics of your competitive examination. Thank you.